Hi, welcome to Nora Moreno Real Estate channel. Here we are today with my friend now, a client that just closing a deal of the house in Tulum. And I want to make some questions that explain us how is the point of view of the buyer. First of all, thank you, David.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Could you tell us where you come from?
I am from Austin, Texas.
Okay, perfect. What made you invest in Tulum?
Well, we were actually looking for a place to move, more or less most of the time, outside of Austin, and Mexico was where we were looking. And Tulum, what attracted me there was that there's a lot going on. There's like a huge boom of construction, as you know, and as a lot of people know, with the airport coming in and the train and everything else. And I thought, hey, not only would I like a cool place to spend some time, but it also wouldn't hurt if it was a decent investment and I could cash in on it in 10 years.
Okay.
Or so.
Yes, and it will be. I'm sure of that. Can you share a unique or interesting experience during the process to buying the property?
The whole process was somewhat interesting. I worked in real estate in Texas for about 20 years in residential real estate, and while there are a lot of similarities and just getting things done, transferring title, putting in an offer, there were just a completely different way of going about it. So I thought that was really interesting.
Okay, and do you find difficult to understand?
No, and I'm gonna, a lot of that has to do with, like, initially when I spoke to you, I spoke to a couple different folks, but when I spoke to you, you kind of took the time to explain to me pretty thoroughly, sent me updates and kept me updated. So, while I'm definitely not an expert on it right now, but it was easier than I anticipated from the very beginning, to be honest with you. It worked out easier.
Perfect. Yes, because I remember that we first make a kind of question, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we present an options and we select some options to do a tour.
Mm-hmm.
And could you share with us why you choose this particular property that you already closed?
Yes, this property, it kind of stood out from the other ones. I was specifically looking at resales and to-be delivered properties, things that were completed. And this property, I think, stood out to me as far as being constructed extremely well. They didn't seem to cut any corners. Like, again, I said they put their name on the project, which means a lot. When you sign your work, it really means something. And one of the things I remember when we were out looking at all those properties that day, this property, I think you liked it best too.
Yes.
And when I really think about that, based on your experience, like I said, that really helped me make that decision.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and our next question is, how was owning a property in Tulum how will impact this property in your life, in your future life?
Oh, it's going to impact it greatly. I'm getting ready to not work for quite a while now. It's going to be a lot of fun. We plan on kicking back and relaxing and doing some scuba diving, riding our bikes to the Caribbean Sea. There's the art walks, you name it. It's the food. It's going to impact my life very, very positively.
That's great. That's great. The last question will be if you recommend to the possible clients that we see this channel to invest in Mexico.
Yes, I mean, hey, every investor's got their own goals, but yeah, I think Mexico, and particularly for me, for those reasons I stated earlier, Tulum was a good option for what I was looking for. And like I said, I talked to a few different realtors or real estate agents when I initially was looking for things in Tulum. Immediately, Nora was very responsive. She obviously put effort into what she was doing. listened, and it was obvious she listened. It was obvious she was putting effort into it. And like I said, I was in the business, so I'm fairly particular about who I work with, and I couldn't be happier with the way things worked out. And I think probably for me, it's the level of obvious experience and knowledge that you have of the properties and the neighborhoods and the developments, where I could ask you a question and you would either already know the answer or you could get it really quickly. And that was me. That's what I would like to add.
Gracias, David. Thank you very much. And stay tuned for our next video. Bye.